Your Hardware Canucks CES 2014 coverage is brought to you by ncix.com. Technology connected.
Alright guys, so we're here with Gigabyte and we're going to be taking a look at this guy right here. This is the BRIX Pro. So this is an incredibly small form factor for what is actually a pretty decent budget or entry-level gaming device. So what we're looking at right here is actually BF4 playing on a BRIX Pro, and it actually does come up with a couple different trim levels and stuff. It actually does, this one right here is actually going to be running the AMD A8 APU. But one of the cool things about this is that it does have the ability that it can push out decent graphics performance. We were just looking, and I was actually just playing a little bit at 720p resolution. So it does have the ability that it can push out standard and pretty decent gaming graphics at medium levels. So it wasn't that low, is that actually at medium. It's not going to play high, so it's not going to be like a mid-range gaming device. It's actually for somebody who's on the budget that wants actually a whole integrated solution rather than actually putting something together for themselves. But one of the cool things about these devices is that they are upgradable. You can just unscrew 4 screws and you can actually update the RAM if you want to, and you can upgrade a couple other different things like the storage. So this is a pretty neat little device for those of you who do want gaming on a budget price. So now taking a look at the back of the device, it's got multiple different connectivity ports. So I mean, it doesn't skimp on what you can connect to the BRIX Pro. So you're going to have multiple different USB ports as well. Some of the models will come up with at least 2 HDMI ports. You can connect multiple monitors to it if you want. Taking a look at the front, if I can flip it over without dropping it, this specific model is going to have 2 USB 3 ports as well as a audio out or headphone out port. So this does actually have quite a bit of good connection options if you decide that you want to use this type of device for your gaming experience. Also, it makes a pretty cool device if you want to just attach it to the back of the monitor using the included VESA mounting bracket. Now, one really cool thing that I forgot to mention a little while ago is that one of these devices is actually powering this Seiki 4K monitor. So it does have the ability that can push out 4K resolutions as well too if you guys want to have something on the back of your PC that can operate a little bit as an HD PC. So that's another really good use. Alright guys, so taking a look now at some of the little brothers to the BRIX Pro is the BRIX itself. Now this actually comes in multiple different flavors and different formats. We're taking a look right now at some really tiny all-in-one integrated options, which some of them actually use Haswell CPUs. Now, what type of use case would this fit? And it actually makes a lot of sense for those who just want like a little HD PC without the actual gaming performance. So if you just want to use it as like a little media box. It actually does have quite a few uses if you just want something that's really ultra small that you can hide behind a monitor for just doing basic web browsing and internet options and stuff like that as well too. And some of the devices are upgradable as well, so you can actually just pop off the top, like I said with the BRIX Pro, with a couple of screws you can upgrade the RAM as well as upgrade the the storage space. Some of them actually have space for a 2.5-inch hard drive. So as you can see, these are all really cool options, but another really cool thing is that these 2 devices right here are completely fanless. So they're all passively cooled. All right, you know what? Now that we're here at the Gigabyte overclocking event and their little booth here set up, let's actually go and see if we can bug some of the professional overclockers. Let's go and bug them. Can I ask you a question about this? Sure. It looks like paint. What the hell are you putting on it?
It's liquid tape.
Liquid tape?
Electrical tape.
So what would be the purpose of putting this on there?
To insulate the board from water. So you don't have, like, if you have water buildup, it doesn't get into any of the contacts or anything like that. So.
What type of clocks are you hoping to get out of this then?
Depends. I'm going to do 4-way benching. So it's a pain just to get that setup running at all. So we'll see. Probably most likely Heaven or a couple different benchmarks. Maybe like 03, stuff like that.
Are you expecting any world records to be broken today?
You'll definitely see some over.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot for your time, man. It smells like paint.
Oh, yeah. It definitely makes you a little lightheaded.
And one of the coolest things that we've seen here today is basically an external GPU expander solution. Now, this is very early prototype, and it's actually connected to a BRIX gaming system using a mini SAS HD connector port. Now this actually uses 2 cables, and like I said, this is very early prototype. The actual goal is to be able to use Thunderbolt or USB 3 in the future, so that you can have that throughput and everything. But the coolest thing is that inside this box that has a 600-watt power supply is a GTX Titan. So the greatest thing about this little box, and like I said, early prototype little box, is the fact that it actually has the ability that you can put a high-end GPU and attach it to something as small as a BRIX, or maybe even an Ultrabook later down the road if you want that extra horsepower to play some games. One of the other cool BRIX devices that we found here at Gigabyte's booth and the overclocking event is the BRIX Max. Now, one of the really cool things about this specific compact, and I want to state that it's a very compact device, is the fact that it's a network solution or a network storage solution. It's a media center solution. It's a entertainment solution, for lack of a better word. It's basically that one little device that you want to have in your living room that'll connect all of your media. It'll act as like a cloud, so you can actually stream your content to your Android devices. You can control it with this awesome little remote here that actually does have a keyboard on the back. So basically all you have to do is you just swivel the keyboard around and it controls the mouse on the screen itself. Now, this specific device has 4 2.5-inch drive bay options, so you could actually have quite a bit of storage, especially if you consider that Western Digital and Seagate have these awesome little 1 terabyte 2.5-inch drives with a built-in SSD as well too. So this means that you could actually have a pretty powerful and a pretty substantial amount of storage in such a compact device, sitting in your living room specifically for your storage and your media consumption. And why did I even bother snapping? Why did I even bother snapping? Okay. All right. Hey guys. Oh, hey, look, it's Linus. Look, it's Linus.